Welcome to MarketDelta Simplified. This video will introduce you to the MarketDelta concept and the footprint chart. This video will explain what MarketDelta is, what motivated its creation, and how the MarketDelta software processes the raw market-generated data. That is, how the prices, volume, and times of the individual trades are displayed in a visual format, unlike any other chart type in existence. It's like being able to see inside the price bar. MarketDelta is both the name of the software and the name given to the primary calculation required to display order flow information. The calculation first classifies each transaction as either an aggressive buy or aggressive sell. The MarketDelta, or delta for short, is simply the net difference between buyers and sellers. Once the data is parsed in this way and the delta calculated, the software allows further analysis via sorting trades by lot size, grouping data by non-time-based periodicities, various trade speed indications, and a myriad other standard and custom preferences. Please understand, the footprint is not a trading system or red light, green light, buy-sell signal. It is a professional-grade market analysis tool which offers improved market transparency and more rapid assimilation of market-generated data by the user. The footprint also can help improve confirmation of trade timing and placement, as well as the ability to execute with more confidence. So why was MarketDelta created? Shown here is a traditional open, high, low, close bar chart and a time and sales window. There is certainly nothing wrong with using these tools, but they do leave something to be desired. Time and sales is all but impossible to assimilate quickly in fast markets. The data is in numeric form, not graphic, which is often much harder to digest. It's also very hard to recall what happened just a few minutes ago, much less an hour ago. Fortunately, the raw data does contain hidden information about how the individual bars formed, information about the type of trading behavior which occurred, and the relative volume traded at individual price levels. The way in which the market-generated data is displayed has changed dramatically over the years, culminating in the MarketDelta footprint profile display. Let's take a quick trip through the evolution of the basic bar chart, up through the MarketDelta footprint profile, in order to easily see what the footprint does. The chart being displayed is about as basic as it gets. Each bar represents some period of time, and the histogram below indicates the quantity of volume traded for each period. The bar does at least indicate the open, high, low, and closing prices, but not much else. Here, the same data is rendered in a candlestick style chart. The candles provide the same information as a bar chart, but for many users, it's much easier to interpret quickly. The candle colors signal the direction of price in the bar, and the bodies reveal, in general, the zone where the majority of trade occurred. An improvement over simple bars, but not by much. Consider what's missing. For starters, we don't know the exact levels at which the various trades occurred, only the range of prices. Then, we don't know what volume occurred at each traded price level, only the total volume for the period as shown in the volume histogram. Digging deeper still, we don't know the type of activity which caused the activity in question. Was it aggressive buying or aggressive selling? Now you are viewing the MarketDelta volume footprint, a huge leap forward. Much has improved over our candle chart, but we are still looking at the same raw market-generated data as the previous charts. We are still viewing 5-minute bars, although fewer of them due to space limitations in this presentation. As you look at this chart, notice how easy it is to see each price at which trade occurred, and to see the actual contracts or shares traded at each price for the given time period. Next, note the color variation. This variation adds extra dimensionality, an almost 3D effect. The meaning of the shading is dependent upon the particular footprint configuration being displayed. Here, in the volume footprint, the shading indicates relative levels of volume. The deeper the color, the higher the volume level. Finally, note the single black outlined price cell in each column. That black outline signifies the price level at which the most volume traded for that period. All this information is useful and can be applied to various trading strategies and tactics. Please see the MarketDelta Applied video for an introduction to its applications, strategies, and tactics. Now I have simply, by a single mouse click, reconfigured the way the data is being presented. This view is the bid-ask footprint style. All the data elements just discussed in the volume footprint are still present, but now the chart is showing the volume for each price level, or cell, being broken down into buy volume and sell volume. Each price cell shows the two numbers on either side of an X. The left number is the sell volume, and the right number is the buy volume. For the moment, don't get hung up on the fact that for each buy, there is always a sell. Later in this video, I'll show precisely what is meant by sell and buy volume and how it is derived. For now, it is enough to know that buy volume means the buy side of the trade was the aggressor, and the sell side was the more passive party. Vice versa for sell volume. Once again, MarketDelta implements color shading to add dimensionality. The color of the cells represent whether that particular price cell contained more buying or more selling. Green for buying, red for selling. These colors can be adjusted to suit the user. The shading of the colors represents the relative value of the net buying or selling for that price cell. This is the calculation we introduced before, known as the delta. As your skill in using MarketDelta grows, you will discover many ways to apply and interpret this information. This view is very close to the prior chart, with the exception that instead of each cell showing the bid volume versus the ask volume, a net volume, or delta, is calculated and displayed. The delta literally represents the amount of aggressive trading behavior at each price level at a given time. In a moment, I'll explain exactly what determines aggressive behavior and exactly how these numbers are calculated. Note that this chart happens to be a 5-minute periodicity. That is, each bar or column of cells contains 5 minutes of trading activity. This is only the most basic periodicity available. MarketDelta periodicities include volume, tick, and range-based periodicities, as well as more exotic periodicities like delta reversal and POC delta periodicities. The footprint chart can also display a wide array of volume and price-based statistics, filtering by trade size, and many other preference settings. Describing this functionality is beyond the scope of this video, but I wanted you to begin to get a feel for the immense power available through the use of MarketDelta footprint charts. Let's look at one more iteration of the footprint style, the footprint profile. The numeric information is gone, replaced strictly by color and shape. This presentation is advantageous for quickly absorbing great amounts of data and in particular recognizing patterns. To summarize, the footprint chart brings added market transparency to your analysis, extra perceptual dimensionality via the use of color, better confirmation of trade timing and placement, increasing the speed with which data can be assimilated, and the ability to trade with more confidence. As you can now begin to appreciate, the footprint literally allows the trader to see inside individual price bars, dissecting each bar price level by price level. Don't let these few examples limit your imagination as to what is possible. Indicators can be added to the footprint. Periodicities can be changed from time-based to behavioral-based. Values can be accumulated for divergence analysis, and footprints of full days can be created. These are just a few of the unique and powerful functions which MarketDelta software offers the user. Now, let's see exactly how MarketDelta classifies individual trades as either aggressive buys or aggressive sells. This will lead to an understanding of how a footprint chart develops in real time. To do this, we'll first need to review a few market basics and lay out some definitions, including the basic data elements of a trade, order types, and what happens in order to cause a transaction to occur. This last item is often called order matching. MarketDelta makes use of each of these data elements, which are produced every time a transaction occurs. Price is simply the price at which the trade executed. Volume represents the number of shares or contracts for that particular transaction. Time is the exact time which the transaction occurred. This is important in order to correlate the traded price and volume with the last data element on the list, the bid and ask quote. Specifically, the ask, also known as offer, is the lowest price a current participant is willing to sell at, and the bid is the highest price a current participant is willing to buy at. Let's look at how these data elements, known as market-generated data, come to life. The data begins with the bids and the offers, which in turn means looking at order types. Let's talk just a bit about the mechanics of placing and filling orders. I apologize to those viewers who already understand this in detail, but it's vital to understand how the interplay of market and limit orders generate data via the creation of actual trades. A limit order is an order placed away from the currently traded price. A limit order can be placed in the form of a bid to buy, with the limit price below current market price, or in the form of an offer to sell, above the current market price. An offer is also known as the ask price. When all the limit orders to buy and sell are aggregated, you end up with what is called the order book, or depth of market. This is what you view when looking at an order entry dome, a column of aggregated buys and aggregated sell orders. These limit orders are known as resting orders. Do not confuse the bid or ask quotes shown in the dome with bid traded volume or ask traded volume. That is altogether different, which we will demonstrate in a few moments. The market depth window currently displayed is a typical example of how bids and asks are displayed. At this point, we have an order book with various bids and offers to buy and sell at specific prices, but no transactions have yet occurred. If this was a real market situation, nothing would be happening other than possibly these limit orders being removed from the order book through cancellation or revision. The market would be static, no movement whatsoever in price or volume. The next order type is the market order. A market order is just that. No limit price. The trade will execute at whatever the best, currently available price the order book has available. It is literally a market participant saying, "Hey, I don't care how much it is, I want it and I want it now." Clearly, this participant is conducting him or herself with a very different behavior pattern than the participant who placed a resting limit order in the order book. The screen you are now viewing is displaying a time and sales window. Take note of each of the columns. All of our market-generated data is now present. Time, price, volume traded, and the best quoted bid and ask at the moment the trade occurred. Clearly, it is the market order that drives activity. You are probably beginning to see how MarketDelta assigns each trade a label as either an aggressive sell or aggressive buy. If you're wondering about stop orders and how they fit into this, remember that a stop order, once triggered, becomes a market order. By definition, the placement of a limit order is considered passive behavior. The placement of a market order is considered active or aggressive behavior. While not always strictly true, think of the order execution process as that of matching a market order with the best available matching limit order. That is, a market order to buy will be matched with the most competitively priced limit order to sell. This is, in essence, what the term dual auction market means. Price is auctioning in both directions simultaneously. Now let's step through this process with a specific generic example. Here is the order book for a generic market. It could be a stock, a future, or it could be Fruit Loops. As in any order book, this market depth shows potential trades. That is, it shows resting limit orders to buy or sell. The number 15 in the bid column and in the 99 price row indicates that 15 contracts are bid for. This could be one order with 15 contracts, it could be 15 different orders of one contract each, or some other combination. In a real market, of course, these bids and asks would be changing continuously as the various participants do their dance with the market. When and if any of these resting orders are filled only happens when an aggressive party comes to the market with a market order. Recall from the prior screen, our generic market had a best bid of 99 and a best offer, or ask, of 100. Let's say our generic market just opened the trading session and no trades have yet taken place. A time and sales window would be blank. No transactions have yet occurred. At some time, let's call it time 1, a market order to sell comes to the exchange. What happens? The market order to sell is matched with the best available bid quoted from the order book, which in this case was 99. Look what happens to our time and sales. Also note that our order book bid quantity at 99 decreased by 1 down to 14. The data generated by this trade would be placed into the first column of the footprint chart for the day, not unlike the representation I've added here on the left. 1 by 0 simply says that at this point in the trading day, one contract has traded on the bid at a price of 99. Let's execute another trade, a market order to sell 15 contracts. Recall from our order book, the best bid shows 14 contracts available at 99. So what happens? First, notice the time and sales grid. At the bid price of 99, only 14 contracts were available in the order book, so part of this 15 lot order was filled at a price of 99, and the remaining portion, that one lot, was filled at 98, the next best bid quote in the order book. Look what happened to our footprint. The 99 price level bid volume jumped up to 15, that is 14 plus 1, from the previous trade. The 98 level now shows 1. For the sake of simplicity, our generic footprint is all one shade. If this were a real market delta chart, the shading would indicate the relative levels of volume. Obviously, this is an oversimplified example as the order book is constantly in flux and market orders to buy and sell are coming in. But in essence, this example is precisely how the dual auction process functions. To speed things along, I'll no longer refer to the order book. We'll just add a few more trades to demonstrate what more data looks like in the footprint. This is the view after a 5-lot market order to buy, when the current quote had the best bid at 97 and the best ask at 98, with plenty of contracts offered at 98 with which to fill the order. Here is what the footprint would look like after the market rallied up 2 price levels to 100. It took 2 trades for this to occur, time 4 and time 5. Note how the buying at 99 shifted the color of the footprint cell to green, due to more accumulated activity on the offer than the bid. You may be wondering what causes a new column to start. That depends on how you have your chart set up. This is an area which offers some of the most interesting and unique functionality which MarketDelta can lay to bear. You can choose to use a fixed number of minutes for each column, a fixed number of contracts traded, or one of several other settings including a number which are unique to MarketDelta. Obviously, all of this happens in real time, so to wrap things up, let's see an actual MarketDelta footprint chart in action. To maximize the visual impact of the footprint, I have removed all indicator panes. What you see is not actually a live market, but rather a tick-by-tick playback sped up a little bit from real time, just so you can see a few more cells being created. This is a wonderful and powerful learning aid included even with the standard edition of MarketDelta. Much more information is available at MarketDelta.com on footprint-based strategies and tactics. You'll find a video library including previously mentioned MarketDelta Applied video, various other functionality and application videos, a searchable blog with a wide variety of articles pertaining to trading and market analysis, and a knowledge base containing hundreds of entries describing MarketDelta features and how to use them. Also, you'll find a sign-up page for a 30-day free trial. No obligation and full technical support is included. I hope you found this video enlightening and that it will motivate you to learn more about how MarketDelta can improve your trading bottom line. Thank you for watching.